Welcome, and this video lecture is about properties of indifference curve. I hope we have discussed about ordinary utility analysis previously, and we also come to know about the meaning of indifference curve. Now let us see that graph, let us see the table, let us see the different properties of indifference curve in this video lecture. I would like to share the screen for you. Right on your screen you can see now. Once again, I would like to recall the meaning of indifference curve. An indifference curve shows different combinations of two goods that yield the same level of utility or satisfaction to the consumer. Of course, we understand that means I'd like to tell that it's not just only two goods. For example, we are studying two goods, but indifference curve can also be in multiples as well, right? Let's move to the indifference curve table or schedule. Right here is it, combinations, two different goods and marginal rate of substitution. That means if we buy 11 unit of Y commodity, then we are actually have to having a combination here for one more X commodity, right? That here we are sacrificing 5 commodities of Y for one additional X unit and vice versa. Now this one on your screen, right? You can see the indifference curve map. The same table, commodity X and commodity Y, right? Here A, B, C, D, E, F, all these points are actually expressing the preferred bundles. Bundle in a sense pairs of different commodities, right? A to F, every single point gives the same level of satisfaction. But now the question that we have to think, which one he will prefer 100%? It is subject to the budget. Even if it is subject to the budget, is going to prefer C most likely, because very simple, that monotonic preference. I think you recall the meaning of monotonic preference in our previous video. We have told about the monotonic preference as well. Now we talk about this is single indifference curve, and family of indifference curve is called as indifference map, right? So to learn a consumer equilibrium, first we have to understand the indifference map. Again, I repeat, it is map. Map is nothing but the group of indifference curves are called indifference map. That means a different level of satisfaction. Every upward indifference curve shows higher level of satisfaction. You can also ask me, sir, why and how there can be I1, I2, I3, I4, or IC1, IC2, IC3, IC4. For example, again, I say that it depends upon the budget of the consumer. If the budget is capable of buying I3 or I4, therefore he is actually expected to increase his satisfaction from two different commodities. Now we move to the properties, right? Number one property is indifference curves are downward sloping to the right. Very simple reason, the application of marginal rate of substitution is that's why it's downward sloping, right? This one, what is downward sloping? This one, downward sloping to the right, actually not to the left or not either, upward as well. And the next two property, convex to the origin. Very simple, this one, convex. Convex means the bulkiness, right? Here you can see that it's little bulky at the center. It is facing the origin point. This one is origin point, and it is bulk towards that. That what we call as convex to the origin, right? The reason again, the slope of indifference curve, it is delta y by delta x. And moving to the next important property, two indifference curves do never intersect each other. This is very important one. Why is that so? Again, I would like to recall, two different indifference curves cannot intersect each other. The reason is again because the application of MRS, because it is downward slope to the right, but it is not too wider or too higher to compare with the OX axis. That is a valid reason why two indifference curve actually do never intersect at any point. By the assumption of transitivity, right, consumer must indifferent between A and C on comparing A and C. C is better than A as it has more units. So it's very simple to understand at this point. And the last major property of indifference curve, a higher indifference curve represents a higher level of satisfaction that we have said earlier. So 4 different properties for indifference curve. What are properties? Properties means do's and don'ts of indifference curve. Like repeat, indifference can be like this and it will not be like that. That's the meaning, right? Thank you so much for watching.